Do you remember that show, That 70s Show? Well, you probably know that one of the lead actors is in big trouble.
The actor Danny Masterson, best known for his role on That 70s Show, has been sentenced to 30 years to life in prison after he was convicted of 2 counts of rape.
Big on the party scene.
A little bit, yeah. He had like all the hookups.
Look, we took a night off a week. We took a night off. We had to shoot
One
our
night
show.
off a week.
Yeah, you know, you got to get some sleep.
But he knew, like, he'd been here, like, grew up in the whole thing here. And this was like pre-TMZ, pre-cell phone camera. So
Yeah.
you could, like, go out.
Danny Masterson's private journals have been leaked, and what they contain could finally expose Ashton Kutcher. According to rumors, Masterson's alleged journals name Ashton Kutcher as an industry gatekeeper for Epstein, someone who allegedly helped Epstein operate, someone who protected his network. And this could be what finally brings him down, marking a dramatic fall from grace for the actor who has been coming for years. Because the same Ashton Kutcher who built an anti-clicking charity, the same Ashton Kutcher who preached about protecting children, is now allegedly named as a gatekeeper for Epstein. So how did Kutcher help Epstein? And is this the end for him?
Like my friend Bodie Elfman, he always teases me and he says, "Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my You know, doing an imitation of me. Because certain words
why are
you
you
just can't get
asking
away
people
with.
to do that? That's the more important question.
I mean, you got them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Accent aside,
Everybody should grab.
that's the more important thing.
Exactly.
I've heard about you, and you'll be caught soon.
Many remember the popular television series That 70s Show, which launched the careers of several actors, including Danny Masterson, Ashton Kutcher, and Mila Kunis. However, Masterson, who was convicted after multiple allegations of sexual, has recently come under even more intense scrutiny due to his alleged journal being leaked. And this journal allegedly has some pretty incriminating stuff in it, stuff that has Ashton Kutcher scared. Allegedly, Masterson's journal has direct evidence linking Ashton Kutcher to Epstein. Now, links between Ashton and Epstein aren't new. In the Epstein files, there are emails suggesting that Kutcher's team was involved in coordinating with Ghislaine Maxwell, a figure deeply connected to Jeffrey Epstein's criminal network. Now, the emails reportedly exchanged by Kutcher's assistant reveal attempts to set up meetings with Ghislaine Maxwell while Kutcher was busy filming his TV show, Punk'd. These communications included detailed directions and arrangements for an underage girl and her father to visit the set of Punk'd with the intention of helping the girl become an actress. The emails provided specific instructions for the girl's arrival, including meeting points and contact numbers redacted in the files. Ellie Halsman, who previously worked for Miramax and later for Kutcher's production company, was assigned to greet and speak with the girl about acting. The girl's visit included a set tour, meeting Ashton Kutcher, and possibly sharing a meal. If true, and the journal is proven to be legit, this could signify a complete downfall of Ashton Kutcher, who has been on the receiving end of backlash over the past year or so. And it all started in March 2017, after serious allegations surfaced against Danny Masterson. 3 women accused him of incidents that reportedly occurred in the early to mid-2000s. These women were connected to Masterson through the Church of Scientology, an organization he was a member of. The assaults allegedly took place at Masterson's home in the Hollywood Hills, where he purportedly served the women beverages that left them disoriented. The Church of Scientology reportedly discouraged the women from reporting the assaults to the police, employing victim shaming and forbidding them from taking legal action against a high-profile member. One plaintiff expressed regret for not reporting the assault sooner. Another had reported an incident to authorities in 2004, but faced ostracization from the church as a consequence. The church has been accused of conducting fair game campaigns against plaintiffs, including assault, property damage, libel, and even animal abuse. Masterson denied all allegations through his agent, but his reputation suffered irreparable damage. He was a cast member on the Netflix sitcom The Ranch, alongside Ashton Kutcher. However, after a 4th allegation in December 2017, Netflix fired Masterson. A 5th allegation soon followed, and when Netflix developed the sequel series, That 90s Show, Masterson was the only main actor from the original series not invited to return. His character, Hyde,
was not mentioned in the first season, which debuted in January 2023.
But I watched it because I wanted to see how they were going to address Danny's absence. Because it'd be super weird, right? If every single main character was making an appearance on the show, but then they just never addressed what happened to Hyde. But that is kind of just what they did. They didn't address Hyde's character at all. So I was like, if you had an actor on your show who is being accused of the kinds of things that Danny is being accused of, why not put in some sort of shady remark toward him in the series? Just as a way to show the audience.
In the early 2000s, when the allegations against Danny Masterson reportedly took place, Danny, Ashton, and Diddy were really close friends. So close that they had a name for their supposed squad. They called themselves the Rat Pack, hanging out, going to clubs, and now 2 members of that pack, Diddy and Danny, are serving time in prison for similar crimes. Yet Ashton claims he knew nothing about what was happening. So much so that he and his wife, Mila, in 2023 wrote character letters showing their support for Danny before he was sentenced for his crimes. Kutcher said Masterson's family approached them and requested character letters describing the person that he had known for 25 years. Kutcher and Kunis were among 50 others who wrote character letters about Masterson to the judge during the sentencing process. Kutcher wrote, "He's taught me about being direct and confronting issues in life and relationships head-on, resolving them and moving forward. Not only is he a good friend to me, I've witnessed him be a good friend to others, and the kind of brother others would be lucky to have." On the other hand, Mila Kunis wrote, "Throughout our time together, Danny has proven to be an amazing friend, confidant, and above all, an outstanding older brother figure to me. His caring nature and ability to offer guidance have been instrumental in my growth, both personally and professionally." Both Mila and Ashton highlighted Masterson's firm stance against and credited him for honing their abstinence from substance abuse. Kutcher added that, as a role model, Danny has consistently been an excellent one. I attribute not falling into the typical Hollywood life of excess directly to Danny. Mila Kunis also added, in an industry where the pressures and temptations of substance use can be overwhelming, Danny played a pivotal role in guiding me away from such destructive paths. They also applauded his role as a father to his 9-year-old daughter and a husband to his wife of 23 years, actor Bijou Phillips. Kutcher wrote, "He set a standard of being a hands-on dad. We have spent countless hours together with our kids. He is among few people that I would trust to be alone with my son and daughter." Kutcher concluded saying he does not believe that Masterson posed an ongoing harm to society. And leaving Masterson's daughter without a father would be a tertiary injustice in and of itself. On the other hand, Kunis vouched for Masterson's exceptional character and the tremendous positive influence he has had on her and the people around him. Now, take a minute and think about all Ashton and Mila said about Danny and what he was accused of. It's either that they were lying or they didn't know their friend at all, which is highly unlikely given how close Ashton himself said they were. And if those are the type of friends that Ashton has, what does that tell you about Ashton himself? Danny Masterson was convicted and is serving 30 years to life. Danny is in prison, accused of picking, and Ashton Kutcher, the one who claims he knew nothing. He wrote a letter calling a convicted fist a role model. He said, "Masterson was among the few people I would trust alone with my son and daughter." He said Masterson posed no ongoing harm. Now, Masterson's alleged journals named Kutcher as an industry gatekeeper for Epstein. Not just a friend, a gatekeeper. Someone who helped Epstein operate. Someone who protected his network. 2 of his closest friends are convicted or accused of heinous crimes. Yet, Ashton claims he knew nothing. He defended one in court. He was reportedly close to the other. And now, his own name is being dragged into Epstein's world. The question isn't whether Ashton Kutcher knew. The question is, how could he not? So Danny really does have blackmail on Ashton. Interesting when you compare this to the clean-cut description Kutcher gave in his letter to the judge. Ashton's next. It's only a matter of time before Ashton Kutcher's past will come to bite him, and he will suffer the same fate as his best bud, Masterson.
You know?
But nobody was going
Roger.
to take your pictures, so you could really wow out, and nobody would know what you did last night.
I have more photos of Commando Kutcher here, naked in a club, than probably anybody.
No way. Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Only
With my
at, like,
Polaroid.
after it closed.
Well, you know.
The full Kutcher.
Yeah.
No, you have 0 pictures of the full Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher's days as a heartthrob are over in the public's opinion. Although a December 2025 report from the Daily Mail claims he is aching to return to favor in Hollywood after a series of controversial decisions ruined his reputation. According to the article, Kutcher is hoping that the upcoming Ryan Murphy series The Beauty will revive his acting career and fix his public mistakes. However, if this journal does exist, Ashton's comeback might be very short-lived. Ashton Kutcher's last film, the 2023 rom-com Your Place or Mine, received a poor score on Rotten Tomatoes, 31%, because of his lack of chemistry with his co-star Reese Witherspoon. This made headlines at the time. A source told the Daily Mail that Kutcher is desperate to redeem himself. He is hoping that his role as a mogul in The Beauty will help. He knows he's fallen out of favor over the years, both in Hollywood and with the public, for some inappropriate and misguided choices. He and Mila noticed they were getting less and less music invites to Hollywood events, the source said. Ashton is embarrassed by his former transgressions. He knows the Masterson and Diddy episodes are still fresh in people's minds. He's so nervous that he's literally asking his buddies if they think he'll ever be accepted again. He's desperate to salvage his image. Other recent Ashton controversies include accusations that he cheated on his ex-wife Demi Moore, inappropriate comments about Hillary Duff when she was underage, and his defense of Penn State football coach Joe Paterno, after the man was fired for failing to contact about former assistant coach Jerry Sandusky amid Sandusky's scandal. A desperate man, a dying career, a list of controversies a mile long, and now Danny Masterson's journals could end whatever is left. So Ashton Kutcher wants a comeback. He wants to be loved again. He wants to erase the past. But the past doesn't forget. Danny Masterson's journals, the emails with Ghislaine Maxwell, the underage girl on the Punk'd set, the character letters for a convicted, the friendships with Diddy, Masterson, the inappropriate comments about Hillary Duff, the defense of Joe Paterno. This is not a series of isolated mistakes. This is a pattern, and patterns have consequences. Comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Ashton Kutcher deserves a second chance, or should the journals end his career for good? Will The Beauty save him or sink him?